make way for the player of the month. We got a baller coming through.
Round one continues with a heavy dose of citrus. The Orlando Magic have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Bulls. Will there be an upset in round one? It's all coming up next.
It's game 4 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Down 3-0. It's a survival contest, no doubt. Will this series end here tonight? Thanks for tuning in to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Chicago Bulls as they go up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. A look at the starting group for the Magic. We've got Davis. Rainman is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Williamson. And it's Lively in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for Chicago, they've got Bullard. And it's Whitmore in at the 3 spot. A look at Chicago. This series has gotten completely away from them now. Greg, they haven't played well. They look frustrated. They're all over the place.
They are, but they're also at home. And that's the one thing they can lean on to try and turn this thing around. I mean, it would be crazy to think that they could pull this off, but let's face it, Kev, they've got a long way to go.
Crazier things have happened, haven't they? Sutton passes to Hendricks, and the shot goes down.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Down low, here's Davis. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
To the wing right side. Here's Bullard. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Magic. Here's Rainman. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor and doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Unloads from 9, and Cunningham with the basket on the assist by Davis.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Whitmore with it. Davis is on. To stop the run. Rebound by the Magic. They're excited about the win on Thursday.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Whitmore with it from past the arc. And Lively pulls it down.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Bullard. Here's Sutton. And the 3 ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Magic leading by 7. Here's Rainman. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Loads it up for Williamson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Sion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Whitmore. Now the pass to Sutton. They set the pick. Shoots from 12. And the jumper is good. He's got 5.
I like everything he's doing so far offensively, finding his spots, making strong selections.
Williamson, the screen. Inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Bulls trail by 9. Passes it to Hendricks. Over Williamson. Orlando grabs the miss. Kicks to Cunningham. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Rainman, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Here's Whitmore, following the bucket by Orlando. Pass to Sutton. Shot clock at 5. They set the screen. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Williamson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Williamson's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Davis. Now Whitmore, still yet to score, releases. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Rainman with the bucket.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
The 11-footer. No good that time. Magic leading by 13. Here we go, one-on-one. Pass to Lively. Here's Rainman. The 17-footer. Again, the Magic score.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Hendricks. There's the pass to Sutton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the screen. Puts up a 3. Hachimura grabs the miss.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Sutton passes to Hendricks. And again, Chicago, no good. Cunningham outside. Passes to Rainman. Here's Lively. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Let's hear it for your 3-1-2 crew.
Here's Thomas to end the drought. And it's good on the way in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Rainman. Buries the long-range jumper. Rainman's got 11 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lets it go from 14. And that one's good by Henderson.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Pass to Lively. Floats it up for Williamson. Picked off in midair. Henderson with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Hands it from downtown. Hendricks has got his second bucket of the night.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Here's Rainman. Henderson defending. Here's Rainman. And Orlando again with the bucket.
He can't miss.
1:37 left here in the opening quarter. It's Thomas on the wing. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Cunningham left side. Pass to Rainman. Now here is Hachimura. Here's Rainman. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls, trailing by 19. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Now here's Henderson. Outside Thomas. Six on the shot clock. Orlando making some changes. The Walls checked in, and it's O'Brien's in for Williamson.
Substitution on the court.
34 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Turk. It's deflected.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender. Now, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Bulls, Whitmore.
Both shots good from the stripe. Magic leading by 17. Rainman passes the ball. Takes the three. They get the rebound. The wall. And he lays it straight in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Henderson, no good. And so it's the Orlando Magic taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
So on the floor for Orlando, Rainman is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Luol in at the center, filling out the middle. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against Chicago was sensational. He scored 45 points, and his passing was phenomenal with a ton of assists. A fantastic performance from him, something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And here are the Bulls now. The Magic getting the bucket. Pass to Whitmore. Beyond the arc. The Bulls keep it alive. And Robinson is right there.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Rainman, and Orlando again with the bucket.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stolen. To the paint. Here's O'Brien. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Whitmore following the bucket by Orlando. Outside for Thomas. Jacks up a three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
For Chicago, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And Orlando making a change here. Davis is checked in. And there's the pass to Sutton. And here is Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Rainman passes to O'Brien. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the shot goes in from Bullard.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Rainman with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Sutton passes to Thomas. Hachimura grabs the miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
Well, Davis gets to the line a lot, and people don't talk about it. But he's an excellent foul shooter, about 80% most seasons.
Kay Cunningham's checked in for Orlando. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Passes it to Bullard. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up, high post. It doesn't go for him.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Hachimura. Out to the right wing. Here's Rainman. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Good on the triple. Cunningham's got 5 points so far.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
Robinson sets a screen for Whitmore. Here's Sutton. And again, no good by Chicago. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Rainman. The pass to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Magic. The shake. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Whitmore. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 5 points in the game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
To the middle. Teardrop shot, and Cunningham with the layup.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Outside Robinson. Whitmore with it. O'Brien's there. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Chicago with the ball. They set the pick. Passes it to Hendricks. Clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Pass to Bullard. From deep. Rebound by the Magic. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. From outside the arc, it's good from long range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Rainman. The Bulls knocking down the 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The shot. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Fades back. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Pass to Whitmore. To the middle. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Chicago's gone for the 3-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. The pass to Hendricks. Passes it to Sutton. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Hendricks can't get it to go. So it's Orlando now. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Rainman.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Right side Davis. Here's Rainman. 23 points in the game. Down low, Davis. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, Davis has built a habit of rising to the occasion, so I am not surprised by his bailout there.
Here's Sutton. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Pass to O'Brien. Banked in off the glass. O'Brien's got 8 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
There's a good screen. Here's Sutton. And Whitmore throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what? to lead you to the right place with that pass. Money.
The jump hook. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. The pass to Sutton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the paint, here's Bullard. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Inside, here's Davis, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Passes it to Hendricks. They set the pick. Here's Sutton. Goes up the baseline. Hendricks can't get it to go. Here's Rainman. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Assisted by
Rainman's got 25 points in the game. And no good that time. And so it's the Orlando Magic up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Orlando Magic.
Well, you look at their game plan tonight, it's obvious. Get the ball inside and go to work. And so far, it's been working very well for them.
Listen, the way they're playing now, if they stay disciplined, this game could be over in the third quarter.
Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. They're watching this series slip through their fingers. The first half, not the effort they were hoping for.
Oh, it's not looking great, but you can't give up. I mean, you never know.
Ball till you fall. If it's me, I'm not quitting. You got to carry me out, Kenny.
Better bring a forklift.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
NBA playoffs, round one. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. It's been a clinic out there by Rainman.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
They've got Bullard, and it's Whitmore in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Zion Williamson. David, what's the news?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Magic. He told me that it's bad news and that his finger is broken. And you couldn't have a worse time for this injury, Kevin, especially as the last games of the season are approaching.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Chicago with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Hendricks passes to Sutton. Five to shoot. To the middle. Here's Hendricks. And good that time. Hendricks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Davis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's the screen. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from 11. And it's Whitmore missing. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Cunningham. Here's Lively. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Launches it. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis the pass to Rainman. Cunningham on the wing. Knocks down the 3-ball. Cunningham's got 10.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
To the right side. Here's Hendricks. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sutton from the arc. Fails to score here. He has made 5 of 12 to this point.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
There's the lob to the hoop. Fast break, here they come. Pass to Hendricks. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Rainman. He's got 25. Again, the Magic score.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's the pick. Here's Whitmore. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Whitmore with it. He's guarded by Davis. And the pass to Hendricks. Now Whitmore. Pass to Hendricks. There's the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Hendricks has got 5 points in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Rainman. He has 30. Williamson, the screen. Loads it up for Williamson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Difficult to guard and pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness along with that strength, just so lethal.
Sutton passes to Hendricks. Pass to Sutton. Out left to the wing. There's the pick. Here's Bullard. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Lively's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Rainman. And he lobs it up. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Here's Whitmore. He's guarded by Davis. Hendricks passes to Sutton. Here's Hendricks. Lets the 3 fly. And Lively pulls it down. Here's Rainman. Pass to Lively.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And the first one at the line is good. Etchimer is checked in for Orlando. Ball comes in for Cunningham, and he makes both free throws. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. There's the pass to Sutton. Shoots over ball. Passes to Sutton. Takes a 3. And no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Rainman. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Here's Bullard. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Pass to Sutton. Here's Hendricks. Covered by Williamson. Looking to end the run. Yes, that goes in. Hendricks has got 12 in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
O'Brien, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. The Bulls shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Sutton passes to Hendricks. Here's Bullard. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land. Bullard's got his third basket of the night.
And just a smooth operator from distance. They'll be tighter to him next time, I bet.
Hachimura, no good. Chicago's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Hendricks. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Right wing. Pass to Rainman. Clock at 4. Ball with the bucket.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Over to the wing. Hendricks passes to Hendricks. Here's Bullard. And there's the pass to Hendricks. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Hachimura. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Sutton passes to Hendricks. And the Bulls with another miss.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And I tell you, Ball has really perfected that unorthodox style with the jumper. Quick at getting it off as well. The D really stands no chance.
And so here is Chicago, following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Sutton passes to Hendricks. Shot to stop the run. Hendricks can't get it to go.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Ball, no good. The Bulls shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Kept alive. Here's Hendricks. Off target with his three.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bulls from the top of the key. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
There's a good screen. Here's Sutton. Three-pointer. Hendricks, good. Hendricks has got 10 points in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Ball, the pass to Rainman. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the paint. Here's Lively. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Bullard can't hit. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Magic running away with this one. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. We've got Ball, also Rainman out there, and it's Luol in at the 5 spot. Henderson passes to Robinson. The 3 from Thomas, and Luol pulls it down. Here's Rainman. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Rainman's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Magic. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Turk. He's covered by Hachimura. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. To the wing on the left. Whitmore with it. O'Brien's there. And it's Whitmore missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Thomas. Orlando grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And Chicago has possession following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Henderson passes to Robinson. Poked loose. And Hachimura with a clear path to the rack. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Using leverage and positioning to his advantage, Hachimura is able to knock the ball away from the opponent.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Henderson finds Thomas from 13. To the left side wing. Connects from 3-point range.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Orlando's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. He lobs up the alley-oop, and again another assist.
And his passing continues to be the story. He's got the defense in the palm of his hands.
And Greg, he's now tied for the 2nd most assists in a single game in playoff history. It's Robinson high post. The wall's there. Robinson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's the pick. Rainman, another possession, another assist.
And to see the way he's picked apart the defense, creating for his teammates, he's been nothing short of extraordinary.
Greg, a new mark for the 2nd most assists in a single playoff game. He is truly on a mission. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Offensive rebound, Lawal. The layup off target. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Henderson outside. Turk, he's covered by Hachimura. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And another assist.
And he's in total control of the offense. What a game.
In fact, he's almost at the franchise record for assists in a playoff game. Whitmore sends a screen for Thomas. Back to Henderson. Three-pointer on the way. Rebound by the Magic. Here's Rainman. Fires from deep. That's no good. It's his 2nd miss. He's made 4. Henderson outside. Pass to Whitmore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Orlando.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Baldwin, he's checked in for the Magic. Campbell comes in for Rui Hachimura. And so here is Chicago after the made shot from Rainman. Sutton passes to Hendricks, and he goes in for the dunk.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Lets it go from deep. Another shot. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Whitmore. Campbell defending. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Whitmore missing.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 40 points for Rainman.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Sutton passes to Hendricks. Here's Bullard. Shoots it. Nails the wide open jump shot. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Rainman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Rainman's got 42 in the game. Here's Sutton. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Rainman. Second shot opportunity, and he makes that one. Rainman's got 44.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Passes it to Hendricks. Here's Whitmore. Campbell defending. Pass to Sutton. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And Luol pulls it down. Luol's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Rainman. No good there with this step-back J. Chicago has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Now the pass to Hendricks. Here's Sutton. And the Bulls with another miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Chicago Bulls. The first free throw is good.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
Ball hits them both. And Chicago shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. They set the screen. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's Rainman. Fades away. It's all in by the Bulls. Hendricks has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Magic.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And tonight's win really a reflection of how dominant they have been all series long. The 4-game sweep.
Yeah, I don't think they expected to pull off such a decisive win, but they had the momentum all series long. Time now, they get to move on.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Rainman.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And Chicago has possession after the made shot from Rainman. Here's Hendricks. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rainman. Bullard pulls it in. They grab their own miss. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Bullard. Pass to Sutton. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinal. What a performance through the entire first round. Great sweeping in 4 games.
And they really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 matchup.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.